So, last session, you guys ran into Mr. Tyrael, which proclaimed himself to you as Tyrael, the self-proclaimed Demon King and Vampire Lord, Marshal of the Abyss and Ruler of the Void. You guys were able to save Captain Quack and get on one of the evacuation ships from Ironfall.
Save me, yes, save.
Yeah.
I mean, divine intervention is saving.
Plus,
Yeah.
you were kind of heavily infested with insects. That was keeping you unconscious. So,
Yeah,
So-
regardless, you were in need of help.
To be
We just went and gave you excessive help that needed help in turn. Or fixing in turn.
You blew his head up.
I did.
We required divine intervention to fix the problem we created.
Mm-hmm.
On
All
the
right.
bright side, we killed all the bugs, hopefully.
And then my character was promptly traumatized, and it just kept
I
getting
don't
more
know.
traumatizing for him.
Oh, don't worry. Quack's fucking traumatized too.
No,
I mean, he's got to be able to remember what happened in order for him to be traumatized.
No, he felt the pain when he came to existence again.
Oh, that must have sucked.
How's that headache doing?
That doesn't mean that he knows the cause.
No, but it's still a trauma. Considering
It would be traumatic, yeah.
considering he's a warforged and the amount of pain that he's experienced before is very small. Yeah. It's like
Fair enough.
Better traumatize them.
To be fair, I did lose in lore. I lost 3/4 of my body.
mm-hmm. Oh no, you I'm starting to think you're not 100% understanding what I meant by you felt the whole thing. Like you felt it. The pain, the dying, the getting your soul ripped back away and back to your body. You felt all of it. And you remember the pain.
I was in the great bar in the sky. You pulled me out.
It's kind of hard to know what it would feel like to have your soul leave and then come back. And we don't even really know if it was like a violent yanking it back into his body or if it was just like a soothing
Oh, no, I told him it was painful.
I mean, the offer still stands. I can rebuild your body.
No. Okay, so the time resumes and the ship starts taking off. You guys weren't the last on, but you were close to it. You can see as the ship is taking off, there's a battle taking place at sea. You can kind of see some krakens over there. They're oddly enough multiple of them and working as a team fighting against the Navy of Thule.
Well, that's not normal.
Mm-mm.
To be fair, rock isn't normal.
No, rock's not normal.
A primordial falling out of the sky, landing in the wall. Yeah, that's normal. Average Tuesday, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
You know I'm a Tuesday.
We don't know how crazy school is. Well, I don't.
None of us do, technically.
Well, you've
No.
been in it all your life.
I'm.
Well, true.
If Quack wasn't in such a state of disrepair at the moment, he would immediately recognize that, Ironfall symbol because he's been in Ironfall before,
Well,
and fairly recently. And he's about to have some fun with that. I'm reminding you for a reason, Quack, okay?
Yep.
This is DM intervention. Okay.
The most powerful intervention.
The symbol on the sails,
Yep.
because I'm currently just laying on my back on the ground, drinking, trying
I
to.
don't know if I put
I
the
have-
camping down yet.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't remember if Quack was revived before or after the meet with Teriel.
After.
It was after the whole thing with Teriel.
No, I think it was before.
I was with the thing with Tyrael. I just stayed on the ground the whole time.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm laying on the ground and I'm looking up, and wait. So does Ironfall exist in multiple dimensions?
It is. It is.
Special one.
Are you saying that out loud or in character?
This is out of character.
Okay, so Ironfall is in a unique state of existence. It exists on multiple planes of existence. It's multi-dimensional, multi-timeline, but there's only 2 people inside of Ironfall that is aware of this. And the memories that the denizens of Ironfall have are only of the plane that they currently exist in.
Playing that time zone.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like directly local to well, their little chunk of time and space.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking up and I finally just notice on the sails. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I know that symbol.
Know where we're going then?
Make sure you call it.
Ironfall, where magic doesn't work right.
Oh,
I
even
vaguely
fuck.
remember you talking about that. You said that they needed special equipment or something, didn't you?
Yeah. Take another swig and hold my head.
Kinda hard to bring up the whole almost killing him thing.
Listen, we
Hey,
blew your head up.
I was already told about it. That was the first thing Royal said to me when I woke up.
Oh.
He just yelled
Oh,
out,
did
"You
he
blew your
mention
head
it?
up."
Oh.
Oh.
Alright, apparently I gotta take my dog out. I will be right back. You guys go ahead and keep your conversation going.
Okay. Well, sorry for blowing your head up. It was actually an attempt to help, but
I have no idea what happened.
you what?
Oh my.
What the fuck?
That would be my brother.
I forgot it was muted.
We got a glimpse of what happens behind closed doors, apparently.
Splitting headache.
Uh,
Apologies later. More booze now.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I sent liquid into your head, frozen, and kind of blew it up. So, who's freezing?
Brain freeze.
I mean, he essentially gave you the worst hangover of your life.
That's what a hangover is.
No, it's not.
What a fucking conundrum.
The worst part is that actually kind of, or out of character, that the worst part is that it actually kind of fits with like what you would know.
Yeah.
But
My friend's just trying to call me.
Hang up on them. Oh,
Severus was kind enough to go and bring it back to us, thankfully.
Okay.
Don't know if you're happy about it, but I got stabbed trying to revive you.
Yeah, that's right. You did come back over to us.
I was literally impaled by like
That's
a blood spear.
So we're going to a place magic doesn't work. What items do we need so magic does work?
I don't know. All I know is that you need something.
Ha. I guess we're gonna have to find out.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome
So,
back.
you guys seem to be out of danger for the most part. You're a significant height above the city, and you begin going north. The what dog?
be right back.
The other dog needs to go out.
James said that he'd be right back.
Huh. He's taking the other dog out.
Trying to focus on my amulet of life. I can't remember what it's called.
I don't remember right offhand, but it should be in your inventory.
I think you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I do.
About the only thing as we're getting moving that I was wanting to say was that I was going to be going and basically sitting down and kind of remembering how this is the second time that my home has been like ravaged.
Oh yeah.
So now that apologies are out of the way, gonna be kind of going into a depressive slump.
I wonder if Spider Lady made it out.
I'm more worried about the people in the end.
I know she made it out.
I mean, she was right on the fucking port, so
Yeah.
that was the first thing that was hit. It would make sense she would be one of the first ones out.
Something tells me that bartender could hold his own.
I mean, that's what you would expect of the guards too, and they had armor.
They didn't have his pure unadulterated rage.
The
They touch his bar. They're just everything.
he touched his bar and they're fucking gone. Yeah. So Quack, when you damn it. When you concentrate on your amulet abound life sense, you can still sense your wife's life force through it.
And I forget, can I tell if it's strong or weak or not?
You can tell the intensity of it.
And it just feels normal right now?
It feels distant right now, but not weak.
Not
If
in
that,
danger.
yeah.
Does it, as we're moving, does it feel like we're getting closer or further away?
Let me double check my map real quick, honestly.
So she's not in Ironfall.
You guys are getting further away.
I just let out a stimulated sigh. And hold my head again.
Alright. So,
Never mind, bud.
as you guys get further away, you can see that the meteors are still crashing. Some of them hit the wall around Thule. Some of them crash right outside the walls. You can see swarms of creatures and demons, though most of them are too far away to tell what they are. It's just the big ones you can see swarming towards the gates. And you can see fireballs and ice bolts and all kinds of lights flying off the walls towards the hordes coming in. And you can see Rock, that gigantic beast of a primordial being, open up its mouth and it just sweeps across the top of the wall. And you no longer see any more fireballs or any more lights shooting off from the top of the walls. And the line at the edge of the horde approaching the city stops being slowed, as now they're approaching. You can see almost what looks like a small swarm go out the gates when a cloud obscures your vision of the city.
It looks like it hurt a lot to have to deal with.
I think they're all gonna be dead by the time if we get back.
Yeah, probably. So what's this? Did my character hear anything about the
You actually can hear a lot of people talking about Ironfall right now. The refugees and the guards. People are being reassured that there's plenty of food and shelter at Ironfall. They're in the middle of setting up temporary housing at Ironfall as everyone's approaching. They're,
I've been there.
yeah, a lot of people are going to call. The guards, rest assured, are trying to rest assure some people that despite the fact of them being called the slums, it is temporary housing until they can get more housing built or find places for people to go. They do not, the guards are trying to reassure them they don't let their citizens stay in such a state for long if they can help it.
He's not wrong. The slums are not bad. I've slept in worse.
I
The
don't
guard-
know if I want to go back to another slums. The one we just left was kind of shitty.
Where's Ironfall exactly about? Like, is the place pretty or?
Did you just ask if the place is pretty?
Yeah. Birds quack.
What I saw of it was nice. The temple was cool. But I spent 11 hours climbing up when I could have just jumped in a pool.
I feel like there's a story to be had there.
There. Does your character say that to Quacks?
Definitely.
Let me get the headache design, and I'll tell you stories of Ironfall. The little I have.
Well, how long do you think it's going to take us to get there?
Well, there's teleportation crystals. Maybe they'll work. I don't know. Hand hurty.
Well, as you guys probably have noticed by now, the teleportation crystals have not been used yet, and you've been in the sky for a good 15-20 minutes now.
Can I look at them to see if they have any charge left?
You absolutely can.
Use
Roll Arcana.
proficiency matter?
Yep.
$21.
All right. You can feel that they're almost have no magical energy in them, but they are slowly absorbing the energy in the mana that is naturally in the air.
Would I be able to ascertain how long it would take for them to charge?
It would depend on the size of the crystal. And there's several on the ship. So from the ones you've made contact with or been close enough to, anywhere between 2 and 16 hours.
Alright. We might be floating for a while, gentlemen. These crystals have to recharge.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Mingle.
I mean, a group of terrified refugees might be an interesting place to pick up a dame or two, I suppose.
So, you guys decide to mingle with the crowd of traumatized survivors.
I guess, yeah.
Then mingle with them. All right, you look around, and directly around you, it's.
Do I recognize anyone?
Do you recognize anyone? Yeah, you do.
I mean, you're only like a fucking Smith in the upper city. You should recognize a lot of people.
I'm referring to like the richer people or people from the smithy themselves.
There's no one from the smithy on this ship, but you do recognize Marcus.
The fuck did he get on here?
It looks like he's sleeping or covered in a blanket.
All in favor of chucking him off the boat.
No. He's my drink. But
Okay, we won't chuck him off the boat.
Why don't we just go say
I'm gonna go wake his ass up.
yeah,
You're not coming through.
I'm gonna walk over.
You're not coming through.
Marcus, you missed a good time.
You guys hear in response a groan.
We should go say hi to Marcus.
I'm going to shake him awake.
Alright, tell me how you grab Marcus real quick.
Can I see where his hands would be?
You'd assume at his sides, with the position of his shoulders.
Okay. I grab his feet and pull him.
He might not have feet.
You go to grab his feet and pull him, and instead you pull the blanket off from Marcus. And you soon realize that he neither has legs or a left arm, and he's missing about half of his face. You can see his ribs.
The fuck is he alive?
And he...
Burn. Sever.
It looks like he was eaten.
Is he alive?
When you pull the blanket off from him, he weakly looks right at you, and it looks like he tries to say something, but just blood curdles come out.
Can I cast Spare the Dying on him?
You can do whatever you want, buddy. I'm just here to tell you how it goes.
Alright, I will cast Spare the Dying.
Alright. So, is there any specific way you want to cast Spare the Dying, or is this just a straight up, you teabag him?
Well, I guess that I'll just touch him on the shoulder or something, and I mean, not really. I mean, it's just the components is just verbal and somatic. So, is there a way that I should be casting it?
No, I'm just
asking for flavor.
Yeah, I'm asking for flavor is all.
The fact that you went straight
just trying to save a life.
Okay. Well, Hunter, that's because that's the last person who used that spell did. So,
Did I do that?
no, you're not the last person I played with that did use
Okay, I was gonna
spare
say
the.
I don't recall doing that to anyone.
Go put this in the kitchen, sweetie.
If you're curious how I have that spell, I can tell you if you want. But
If you feel like telling me, go ahead and throw it through chat. But I'm gonna move through this, trusting you. You touch Marcus and cast Spare the Dying, and his body visibly shudders, and his eyes close, but the bleeding stops.
hmm,
I'm gonna check for a
can
pulse.
I?
Uh,
Yeah, can I check to see if he's? I'll help.
You can
Marcus.
you can see his heart beating.
All right, because his rib cage is exposed.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
Would
I
mending
guess
do any good here?
Would
I,
mend use be any good?
It can like mend part of his body back together if it's there, or is it just
It looks like it's just gone.
put the blanket over him again? Like, well, you've been
Mm.
through enough shit.
I'm gonna sit by him.
Okay.
Well, looks like head exploding was the least of your worries.
can I look in for a guard and see? Because I'm
Go ahead.
curious if they have a way to heal him.
Okay. You see a bunch of like the clerics and paladins and stuff sitting around, worn out.
Okay.
So if you were to ascertain from your surroundings, they just ran out of spells. You can see a few surgeons running around the ship trying to keep people alive.
Okay. I guess that. I can only use that. I guess that I will try helping out by casting my share of healing words.
All right, how many do you have left?
I have 3.
All right. So you walk around and you cast
No,
healing
I'm talking about on Marcus.
on Marcus. Okay. I need you to make your rolls.
Huh?
I guess we'll find out.
I need you to make rolls.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So that's a total of 7 HP.
Okay. Marcus becomes somewhat aware of his surroundings. His state does look better,
Did I
but
discover his organs?
nothing has regrown. As a healer, you would know that there's 2 things that could do this, and that's regenerate, which is a 7th level spell, or a ring of regeneration.
Oh.
Can't make that yet.
Well then, I just potentially wasted 3 spell slots.
But
You gave him life.
Marcus definitely seems like he's in a more pleasant position.
Okay.
And he weakly uses his one arm that's left, and you notice that it's only got 2 fingers left, and that's the pinky and the thumb. And he tries to close his hand and gives you a thumbs up.
Well, you might still be able to hold a booze container.
He chuckles, though oddly.
Oh wait, could I attach the spare Warforged arm to him?
Can't right now.
Okay.
You can try.
Not right now. Let him heal some first.
But,
Well, I technically have enough spare parts where
Attack.
I could re-give him limbs.
I mean, it's not like he's not there that you could ask. I mean, one would think that's the natural next step, is asking the person that you want to experiment on if they're a willing participant or not.
Well, this was out of character. Like, is that even something I can physically try?
Let me rephrase. You can try whatever you want. I'm just here to tell you the results.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look at Marcus dead in the face. Do you want Warforged body parts?
He ponders your question for a moment, and then another moment, and then he weakly gives you a thumbs up.
All right. We're gonna let you heal a bit, and then I'm gonna try attaching parts to you and see how that goes.
He nods at you.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna also start. Seeing that they're worn out, I want to start going around and at least casting Spare the Dying on whoever looks like in real bad shape.
There is two more people that look like they're about to fucking kick it.
All right, I'd like to go over to them and also cast Spare the Dying.
All right,
Only
I'll go.
no teabagging.
Jesus Christ. I don't know why I told you guys that, but anyways, it works.
I can't cast
One,
no healing spells, or at least, I mean, if it's desperate enough, I could. But
you go up to a dwarf that is grasping at his throat, and he's blocking a lot of bleeding, but you can tell that he's losing that struggle. And what you assume is either his daughter or his wife is sitting there trying to comfort him. And you approach and cast Spare the Dying. And the bleeding stops immediately. And he sits up and he frantically looks around. He goes, "Oh, my lord. Oh, thank the dwarven ancestors."
Saved by
oh,
a
thanks,
drow.
Severus. Yeah.
A dwarf saved by a drow. This will be an interesting one.
He looks up at you to look upon his savior, and he visibly reels in a disgusted manner for just a moment before he closes his eyes and mumbles to himself. He says, "I thank you, drow. I owe you."
I think nothing of it.
No,
I didn't do this for a thanks. I just
I
want to save what I can.
I damn well figured you didn't save me for the thanks. But let me give you a family's block. You can call upon my family for a favor. And he ruffles through a small pouch and he pulls out what looks like a very intricate and small chest. And there's a series of button presses and levers pulled and keys inserted and turned before it finally pops open. And there is a small coin with a rune on both sides that he hands you.
Ew. The what?
A coin with a rune on both
coin?
sides.
Okay. 1 sec. Write that down.
And then after he hands you the coin with a rune, probably not. You guys can be done for right now. Shit, what was I saying?
Dwarf that says I can ask for a favor. He gives me a coin with runes on it, or on each side.
Yeah. It's his family's mark. Or a family favor. The woman that's with him places her hand on him and whispers something to herself, and he falls to sleep. It's an obvious incantation.
She just cast sleep on her husband.
Or dad, or whatever.
I'll look to her and ask, "Is he gonna be okay?"
Boy, is just. Thank you, Drow.
You're so
Alright.
salty.
Well, I guess that
I'm a little
since I
surprised they
wasn't
even
expecting
she even let
this,
you touch
I
him.
will use one of my sorcery points to regain a spell slot and cast Healing Word on her husband that's asleep.
She kinda looks like
And
she
walk
wants.
away. I'm not
She.
giving her time to react.
Yeah, it kind of looked like she was going to move to try and get in the way, but she also resisted. Also, to out of character quack, she failed the perception roll to notice that Kazi was
Bro.
yeah. She was paying too much. She was paying too much attention to him or her husband and or father or whatever he is to her. I can't tell you guys. I can only tell you what it looks like. Anyways,
A significant person in front of her.
yes.
But I
the
healed him for 3.
yeah. The other person never woke up when you saved them. It looked like they had a hole in their chest, but you could see them visibly start breathing again.
Okay.
So, you guys start crossing over the Black Desert. And it's not black, and it's not from BDO.
While we're on this journey, I would like to infuse my weapon. If that's allowed.
How long does it take? I'm not very familiar with artificers, so you're gonna have to give me.
Me either.
You're gonna have to throw me a bone on this one.
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Well, after that whole exchange, I'm gonna go back off to maybe the wall, how the floor meets the wall that goes a little bit above it,
Yeah.
for the side of the ship. And I'm just gonna go back to following about losing my home for the second time.
All right. So Kazi goes and procures the fetal position and wallows to himself.
It just says I have to touch the item
Okay, go ahead.
after a long rest.
Hmm.
So it doesn't. I just default give it an hour because I feel like there should be a timer on that.
Yeah.
So if you want to go with that,
No, it kind of makes sense to me. Yeah, let's just say you do it over the trip. So, Quack, I know you were going to do something.
I was just going to I was gonna look to see if Marcus. It looked like Marcus could swallow.
If he's what?
If he could swallow something, like he has
Mm,
enough of a mouth and throat.
he's got half a jaw. But you could probably drop it down where his tongue's coming from.
I'm gonna swirl the bottle. You want to do it, Quest?
He almost immediately reaches out for the bottle with his.
I kind of gently put him back on. Just rest back. I
Right,
know I
he like gently swats at you and he reaches for the bottle again.
No, just hold on a moment.
Good.
I'm giving it
Careful he
about
doesn't
30
swallow his
seconds.
tongue too.
I'm gonna you know how you gently lift someone up to when you're like feeding them like a
Yeah.
spoonful of soup or something. That's
Mhm.
essentially what I'm doing, but with a bottle.
he, all right, he still hasn't given up. He keeps swatting at you and reaching for the bottle.
Marcus, you can't hold the bottle.
He lifts his hand up. He lifts his hand up in front of his face, looking right at you, and he does like crab claw grips with his thumb and his pinky.
You're gonna spill it, Marcus.
He shakes his head no, and reaches for the bottle again.
I'm gonna put it in his hand, but not let go. To make sure he has a grip on it, and I'm also gonna be ready to catch it if it falls.
He surprisingly has a good grip on it, and he yanks it out of your hand. Are you going to object to him doing so?
I mean, I think I'm gonna be too surprised by the fact that he's got the grip of champions on it.
He's got the grip of the gods almost. All right.
that's how bad he wants the alcohol.
He
Don't
takes it
blame him.
out.
I imagine he's in a lot of pain.
He takes it out of your hand and he just shoves the neck of the bottle into his exposed throat
Uh,
and chugs it.
there was only like a swallow or two left, but still.
I mean, I'm impressed he was able to hold it.
He goes to take it out of his throat and drops it and tries to grab it again. And he can't grab it again. He just failed twice in a row. And he just looks at the bottle on the floor in defeat.
You know it's empty, right? Okay, you want me to pass the far? I'm gonna pick it up and give it to him again.
Yeah. He lifts his hand up and you can see the bone where the middle finger should be, like move like he's trying to flip you off.
Oh man, you look like me when they blew up my ship.
He he like waves his hand in front of his body and then he does like jerking like crunching like nom 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 motions with his finger and thumb.
I thought he was trying to give you the middle finger.
I don't. A, I don't have food on me. B, I don't think you can eat. I could see if the clerics would recommend anything.
I'm gonna wave a cleric.
I would say you stay right here, but you're not going anywhere.
he does like a half-hearted shrug.
We, get up and walk over to the cleric and, ask that.
Uh,
Like a soup or something.
the cleric like looks like they haven't slept in fucking weeks. There's bags under his eyes. He looks up at you and he's like, "Dear God, I don't know. That's like shiv chef stuff. You're gonna have to wait until I can cast regeneration again."
No, just do you want something? I'll go get you something.
I mean, I have rations in my backpack that I don't have use for.
You could just start handing them out.
Right. Royal's gonna be right back, so.
I got 10 days worth of rations in my backpack that I don't use, so
It may be worth breaking it up and just like.
I'll walk over to the clerics and be like, "Do you guys want rations? I have some."
Wait a
Oh.
second, we need to know what Royal is like.
Okay. Before you do that, Hunter, most of them are eating.
Oh, okay.
And it's definitely not rations. It's like a meal.
Then I'll go to other people that don't have food and offer them rations.
Okay. Well, we'll wait until Royal gets back. Just letting you know.
Yep. Actually, I'll take that time to get more ice cubes.
Sounds good. I'm gonna eat more raisins.
But yeah, the entire reason why I took what I took toxic is because of the whole thing with Severus.
Okay.
That's the leading decision as to like why, and I actually had a hard time keeping the shadow theme.
Yeah.
Went more into like undead territory unintentionally, but
Yeah.
it's actually really hard to stick with like a shadowy thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Mm,
So I was stuck between that and Drow High Magic or something along those lines.
okay.
We're a party of weirdos, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We're waiting for another.
So far this campaign, I think this is actually the most that Royal and Jinx has actually talked in the campaign.
They're gonna naturally get. Yeah, they're gonna naturally get more comfortable and want to interact more. So, I'm cool with this.
I mean, we're
Yeah, that's
technically
cool.
strangers still.
I'm just trying not to like be a little overwhelming with like always being the one talking is the thing.
Oh,
Trying
it's
to make
alright.
sure that anybody that wants to do something has a chance.
Yeah. I've been trying to roll back around if I knew that someone was doing something. Okay.
I think of
At some point,
Mm.
probably should go to a guard and ask if there's anything that we need to know about Ironfall.
All right. Are you back yet, Quack?
Yes, I am back.
All right.
Okay.
So, Hunter,
See,
as you go to offer your rations, the door to the lower decks opens up, and you see a lady walk out with a tray full of dishes of food that looks like what a lot of the priests and clerics and paladins are eating. And she starts handing them to survivors.
I'm not proficient with cooking, but I suppose I could go help her.
You don't need to be proficient at cooking to help serve people.
Well, that's what I mean. I can't be proficient with cooking, but I can go down there, help bring the trays up so they can keep cooking.
So you go up to her.
Like, hey, do you want help carrying those around? I could shuffle them between the decks.
Oh, thank God. There's so many downstairs. Can you go get some and help?
Sure.
All right, well, I'd tell you follow the smell of the food, but just hand these out and I'll bring up another tray.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna go.
Alright.
I'm gonna go wait by the door that she goes into.
They fucking stalk her down there.
She's
No, I'm waiting outside the door. She like for her to
She-
come back out. I'm not going down there.
she's like power walking towards the door, and she sees you looking at her. She's like, "Well, come on if you're gonna help."
Well, okay.
You were voluntold.
You guys go down the stairs. It's actually almost right in front of the stairs on the inside. You see a large counter with flasks of some kind of liquid, probably water or grog. You're not sure. And lots of these serving trays with food. You can see a cacophony of activity on the other side of the counter with there's a whole kitchen in there. And you actually notice that the majority of the inside of the airship is made out of some kind of metal.
What's this? Something like iron ore.
What was that?
I said I would expect something iron or steel. Or maybe bronze, actually. I feel like that would make.
I feel like this shit's enchanted metal, to be honest.
Alright, so Quack just grabs stuff and goes and
Yeah, I
helps.
just grabbed. Yeah, I just
Okay.
raised and just start taking her out.
All right.
Move the food around.
Moving is we'll just say moving is
Alright.
helping me, or having a task is helping me forget the headache.
Alright. Royal, are you doing anything? Aside from being a passenger?
Who?
Okay. James, are you doing anything other than being a passenger?
I'm just gonna tag along with them, yeah.
Alright. Alright, so if you want to do that, though, you gotta say something, James.
Okay. I'm gonna just start playing the viola just to try and cheer everything up a little bit.
Okay, so you're gonna play some music, cheer everyone up. You already did a performance check. That's perfect. Everyone take inspiration. out of almost nowhere, James starts playing a tune of a song of strength and invigoration. And you can see as everyone on the ship visibly gets enthralled in the music. It's like maybe not a weight has been lifted off their shoulders, but has become easier to bear. Everyone take bardic inspiration.
Okay.
All right.
Campaign where we never have no
Boys.
inspiration.
What's that?
A campaign where we have to actually remember to use inspiration.
Yep. All right. What was that, Royal?
I just said bardic inspiration acquired.
Perfect. What was that, Kazi?
I was just gonna mention that this is the first campaign I've played in where we've had a bard, or where I've had a bard in the party.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh. I mean, that's. I usually have one, so
Well,
that's.
I think people can guess as to why bards wasn't commonly used in the campaign we played.
Okay.
I don't know
All
why
right.
my
So.
ever since I got a new phone, even though it's quieter than my old one, you guys somehow pick that up now.
It's
Oh.
honestly the best because it happens at the most random times.
It's probably the frequency instead of the volume.
Yeah.
Um.
Or-
Oh God. Hold on. I'm trying to think real quick, James. Okay. So about 3 hours go by. Everyone is fed. It was indeed water and grog. Um,
I'm hoping
and
once everything's out, I'll hope Marcus.
okay. The you guys can see a huge, absolutely colossal mountain in the distance, and there's a glowing stream of water coming out of what looks like a temple about halfway up the mountain. And it's flowing down into a river that comes out the southwest side. And
Temple I went to.
you can see as you trail the glowing stream that there's a massive wall around a fairly substantial city. And outside of the massive walls, there's actually a lot of farmland and what looks like a secondary city, and a much smaller but albeit quite fortified looking wall around that. There appears no inhabited area around the city that is not walled in. This is the fortress city of Ironfall.
Can I find a guard that's not busy?
You absolutely can. There's several that are just
Okay.
looking out over the edges down onto the city right now.
I'd like to walk up to one and ask if there's anything that we need to know about Ironfall.
Yeah. Don't do racist shit. There's an arena down there. You can watch, participate in fights. There's food.
My working
It's
inside
always
of this?
nice.
there, there's there's paper.
Paper's always good too. Is there a reason why their walls are so large?
It to stop mean people and ghastly monsters. And he like puts his hands up in the air and like wiggles his fingers.
Am I within earshot of this?
He's yes.
I'm gonna
Um,
slowly start just looking at him like he's an idiot.
He is an idiot.
You went up to the one guard that's a retard.
I'm gonna ask that you're not supposed to use magic, right? Because it doesn't work.
I mean, you don't hit children with fireballs. That'd be bad.
I'm gonna go to a cleric while they're doing that.
All right.
I guess I'll thank him and walk away.
Let's see what Marcus's his reaction about this is. Or is he asleep by now again?
Let me see. Marcus passed out. So he seems to not realize that Kazi has left, and he keeps listing off things that are important to know, quote unquote. Like, there are big factories, there are roads and there are signs that have scribbles on them to tell you where to go.
How are the taverns?
Mm. There's a bunch. Grok's favorite is Burning Skull Tavern. Yes, that's Grok's favorite.
Wait, are we saying rock or grok with a G?
Grok.
Okay, so that's his name then.
That's what it seems like.
I guess I thought you were saying rock, and I'm like, Orville is going to the tavern.
He puts his hands up together, like a lot of people do, like the eagle for light charades with a flashlight at night, and he puts it up behind his head. He goes, "Burning Skull." Another guard walks up to him and puts his hand on his shoulder, and he's like, "Rock, what did we talk about?" Use more words, less hands. The other guard just kind of chuckles and walks away.
I guess there's no intelligence check to be a guard.
I can write my name. He looks at you very sternly, Hunter.
That's good. I hope you can swing a sword better than talk.
I can swing sword great.
That's all that matters to be a guard, then, I guess.
But they give me hammer.
I don't trust him to cut himself.
You know, it's probably better for you to have a hammer. How do they think about it?
It's a good hammer. He pulls out it looks like a really, really small hammer. Like he pulled it out of his pocket.
Is it like a ball peen hammer or something? Or are we talking like?
And hold
Are we
hold
talking
on.
like Don't Break the Ice hammer?
It looks like a little miniature, like not. It's kind of like one of the modern Thor hammers, but instead of like being one brick, it's got like the centerpiece and a brick on each side. You know, standard fantasy like Warhammer. And he holds it, and he goes, "Watch this!" And he like flips it like he's gonna throw it behind his shoulder, and it turns into a full-sized hammer, and it's just blazes on fire on the head. He goes, "I can smash good."
No.
I understand you can smash good.
Does he look like he's actually gonna swing it?
I'm not about to get into that.
It did for a second until like everyone ran up to him, holding their hands out there like, "No, no, no."
They know. So does he do this often?
Probably.
If this many
He
people come to stop him?
it is
I mean,
Six-
he was making
six-
a display, so
6 guards run up to him real quick. They're like, "No, no, don't do that, Grok." He's like, "I was just gonna smash the barrel." They're like, "What's under the barrel, Grok?" The ship.
How
Man,
big is this guy? I need to know.
How big is Grok? I didn't tell you. Shit, he's
No,
12
you
feet
didn't.
tall.
no.
Okay.
He's a giant?
damn.
Or a
He's
half giant, whatever you want to call them. Those
he
things.
he looks like he's a half giant, but he's green.
So half giant, but with an orc instead of a human.
That's what it looks like.
Well, I'm gonna look at one of the other guards. Does he do this often?
No, but most people don't talk to him for very long.
You have,
See why?
you have not met some of my crew. Oh my god, this scout. Oh man, what happened? What's happened to Turvin and oh god, Rusty? I think is what the skeleton's name was.
Rusty. I don't like rust. It gets on Hammerhead.
Where I gotta find it. Is it in notes? Yeah, Turvin. Oh no, Krusty. Krusty.
What, sweetie? Ah, I'm being loved by the dog. Ah!
I
Lucy
just
or
had to find the
Mochi?
one
Oh,
guard,
Lucy.
the one guard that would tear down the ship, or that could tear down the ship.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Was that Lucy?
I could certainly try to mend the ship before it falls.
Oh wait.
You guys never met him in the last campaign, did you?
No, we never did.
Okay.
I think my dogs might need to go outside.
All right. I'm gonna take this one out too. All right.
I might be a few minutes.
God, my face.
I
is
could have.
on it.
I could have sworn to God one of you guys met Grok before.
It might have been me, but that campaign was so long ago.
Oh, it might have been Quill. I don't know.
Oh,
My
maybe.
introduction campaign, I
Or
a person.
what's that?
I said in my in the campaign where I woke up in the morgue, I met a very dumb guard.
No, that was a different one. That was Thul's guard. This is Ironfall's guard.
Yeah.
Ah,
But upon looking at Grok, he actually has different armor than the rest of the guards too.
Because they couldn't get anything that fit him.
Hope a helmet out of foam, but it started falling apart, so right now I'm just
Mm.
looks like there's spider webs inside of it.
Ooh, delicious. Yes, dog, I'll take you out. I'll be right back.
Sorry. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
My toe hurts. What was that, Royal?
Alright, I have returned.
Welcome back, good sir.
Thank you. Is everyone else?
I'm just I'm listening to the song you sent me earlier.
Okay. Ow. Hi, dog. I just took both of you out.
Looks
Think it.
like Gabby just came in with Mochi.
Yeah, I know. She seems to think that both of them seems to think if I take one out, I must take them out.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. I could just do it like 20 times in a row.
know, the almighty Lord of...
The almighty Lord of... That's like an insect god.
The song is over.
What's that? What was that, Quack?
Song is done.
Oh, okay. Mm.
You okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm just waiting.
We're waiting on Kazi now. He had
Yep.
to take his dog out.
Yeah. My dog's
Eternal pain that
but
you just came out, so you must take me out.
it's all right because like we go on actual walks too, but like if I'm doing something like this, I go outside and point to where they go potty, and I'll be like potty, and then they'll go potty, and then we'll just come in. they poop and pee on demand. Actually, I usually say pods, not potty, but still. But I know I just said it, okay? I'm telling other people. The dog looks really confused right now. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You said the word, but we're inside. Like, don't... Man. Today's session is going to be a little shorter than I would normally like it, but like I said, I thought it was Friday, so that's my bad. I had made plans, not realizing it was Saturday. I discussed some of them with you, Mr. Quack, earlier. Mm-hmm. Not once did I realize, obviously, what day it was.
I thought you meant you were gonna watch that when you got home. And
That was my original intention, and then people wanted food. So I ended up cooking instead. God, I hope Kazi gets back soon. Hello? No, okay. I could have swore to God I heard Kazi go, bruh. Maybe someone was just burping. But you know, the wife is being extra understandable, so I am going with that. Like, you're abandoning me. Like, I didn't know it was Saturday. Like, okay, just come back at 8. It's just 13 minutes away.
So we arrive at Ironfall and we go there next week. That kind of deal?
That's what it's looking like. Because I got...
I mean,
We
yeah,
we
just
can always
depends on
have another
time.
session if we have time. You know?
Like tomorrow.
Oh, are we cutting this one short?
Yeah. Because I made plans. Thinking it was Friday.
Okay.
But, alright, so... we get... You guys start pulling into the ports. Ironfall. They have... it looks like on every tower on the wall there is an airship dock. And they dock up at the top of one of the towers, and you can actually see that they have a lift for cargo and stuff in the center of the tower. And they start loading wounded and supplies on the lift.
Oh, they're high tech.
Sorry
I
about
mean,
that.
they did show up to us with teleport crystals, for Pete's sake.
True.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on Marcus to at least know where he is getting put.
The priestess that comes to get Marcus asks if, would you like to come with your friend?
Yes, please. I would like to know where he's at.
Oh, absolutely. Just follow us. And she, it looks like she casts float or fly on Marcus. You're not too privy to the magical goodies. And then she just lightly pulls him along like a sack of potatoes. A floating
Like
sack of
another
potatoes.
option.
I'm gonna choose
I
for
mean,
it to not
there
click in my
is
head
the
yet
float.
that she just used magic in the place that it's supposed to not.
Okay. Alright.
I guess that's I'll follow behind Quark.
Alright.
Well, I'll go with Marcus.
So, you all get on the lift. I'm assuming that James and Rose going too? Okay. You all get on the lift with your party, and they. It looks like there's very similar crystals hooked up to all four corners of this lift, and it lowers down, and you can visibly see magical tethers going from the four corners, and lowers down fairly quickly, and it settles at the bottom, and two large gates open up at the base of the tower, and you can see a sprawling city. You can immediately see what is called the slums. There is a lot of ramshackle shacks put up. There are shitty little tents set up. There's also very exquisite looking tents set up. It looks like basically everyone and their mother brought their camping equipment out here and started setting it up. And you can actually see new tents and shacks and everything under the sun being set up by what looks like just ordinary citizens.
Guessing the edict to get ready for refugees came out.
I guess as we're walking, I'm gonna keep an eye out for any pickets that may be like watching.
For anyone that might be watching you.
Pickpockets, like
Oh,
like the group.
okay. Go ahead and
Group in the slums. So
yeah, go ahead and roll perception. Not necessarily.
is it bright out?
It
Can I?
is. It's not bright out. It's It's about to be. I want to say it's sunset.
Okay. Alright, I have proficiency then, so I'll roll with advantage.
Yep. Go ahead.
Good thing I did, because that's a 16.
Roger that. And you do not spot any pickpockets or anyone that looks like they're even trying to be shady.
Awesome.
And then I'll maintain your awareness for an extended period of time. So if anything requires a active perception roll, you already have it.
Perfect.
Uh-huh. Okay. The get you got a what looks like a halfling runs up to your group with an armful of what looks like scrolls. And she goes, here you go, here you go, here you go. And she just starts like half chucking scrolls at you guys.
What are
What
these?
is...
Oh, they're maps. And she just keeps running around chucking them, half chucking them at the other people getting out of the tower and walking around.
Oh, who did we lose?
Oh,
James. We lost James.
ah, my ears. James is working on getting back in, I think.
But you have 5 minutes left.
Well, hopefully she won't mind if we end up running a little bit over, but you know, it's
Oh, headset died.
okay. You can join and just listen for the last bit, James, if you want.
That's
Okay. All right. Why is this not working?
What are you trying to do?
Scan. I'm trying to get you guys the map. But not
Oh.
preview. There it goes. Ow, my ears. Oh, you're good. Why? It's like trying to be all fucking crazy. Documents. It like scanned it in like 9 different places. It's like, oh, please stop. Alright. And then I'll get this to you guys.
You should just make a channel for the Ironfall map in here and just like have a roll for it.
Yeah. I'm probably going to. I wanted to redo the map anyways, on a digital, like as a digital thing.
Mm-hmm.
There. Throw down. So maybe that I'll work on that. Next chance I get.
The world of tomorrow.
The world. Where is it?
Are you open tomorrow night, Kazi? Like we could have a shorter session again tomorrow night?
I can talk to Shay about it.
Okay.
I imagine she won't fuss too much if I don't go along this weekend to her parents' place.
I don't.
You like going there?
It's alright. Though, her little brother is kind of sometimes a ticking time bomb. So me and her has just been kind of waiting for when him and me butt heads.
Record it, please.
Where the
I
hell?
mean, a couple of years ago when we first got this house, he was getting really disruptive, like banging on shit, yelling and screaming.
Alright.
I literally picked him up by his arm.